Good morning. Happy Monday, September 5th. That it is. So I've been reading through some of the comments, and one comment that was brought up was, in a repair shop, should each person have their own specialty, or do you want each mechanic to learn more? I know in our shop, the way I look at it is like my last job with an employer, and that was, a mining company. And I started out in the mill as mill utility 2, which was the base, the bottom. And you had to work your way up through the levels to utility 1, and then to assistant operator, and then to operator. And I accomplished all those goals because I had a company that was more than willing to teach me if I was willing to learn. Because to them, I was more of a valuable asset, that I could be moved to different spots in the mill, from doing normal cleanup to actually running the mill. And that's kind of the way I've done it here at our shop, and that's what I would encourage you at your shop to do. If you're in a hurry and you're trying to get a lot of machines out, it's hard sometimes, where you got one guy that's low on the totem pole and all that guy does is service. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to do service, and that just changing your oil fluids, spark plugs, what have you, checking the belts, blowing the decks off, sharpening the blades, kicking it out the door and get the next one in. But as you go up the chain, now you got someone that needs to be able to do valves. And I would recommend that everybody learn how to do valves. You do it with a feeler gauge, make sure you do it right. Each manufacturer has their own set of where they want the gauge, the distance to be on the valves for clearance. And the primary goal of your repair shop, if you're the owner, is getting the machines repaired and getting them out, because that's how you get paid. You don't get paid until they're done. Now, I always talk about owners with lots of hats. If things are running behind in the shop, I'll jump in and do the low totem pole. I'll start doing the services to kick them out. Can I adjust valves? Yes. Can I do a complete teardown of an engine? Yes. But it's not something that I really want to do. I have mechanics out there that's what they do. A lot of times where I come in handy is just having somebody else look at a project and maybe have different ideas of what's going on with it. Let's try this, let's try that. But I always encourage the guys that are trying to learn new stuff to tag with one of my older ones so that they're working hand in hand. But the big key is that person has to have a willingness to learn. And a lot of times they feel, well, there's no sense in learning it if I can't make any more money. Well, you got to get it across to that person that they would be worth more money if they knew more stuff and could do more stuff. And the key to any shop is time. Time can be a killer. If you're spending a lot of time on something trying to troubleshoot it, when it's something simple that you overlooked in the beginning, then you're costing the shop time, because I got a fair idea how long it takes to do certain jobs. And if it starts going twice, 3 times that amount of time, I can't bill the customer for that. That's on me. But I want to know why it took that long. If it's because we thought it might be try this or try that and it didn't work, well, that's on me. And I had an old friend of mine back when I was growing up and I was in farming and stuff. And he said that when you're farming, if you lose animals or you sell an animal at a loss, this or that, that's part of your learning and that's part of your education. It's kind of like going to college and having tuition. You're going to lose some money while you're learning, and that's okay. I find the biggest downfall to any project or any repair that you have is overlooking the simple things. You try to go deep first when in reality it's not. You know, it could be a wire off and you're chasing your tail all over the place. So what I stress to my guys is don't overthink it. Start with the bases, work your way out. See, a lot of shops are set up, and I'm seeing it more and more with small engine repair. It's big with, like, you know, car dealers and car mechanics and stuff, is flat rate. And the way that works, my son works flat rate, is there's a certain amount of time that the manufacturer feels that it should take to do certain jobs. If you get it done early, you're making money. If you get it done late, you're losing money. It's on the mechanic. So if the job says it's supposed to take an hour and you do it in half an hour, you've made an hour's pay. In the same token, if it says half an hour to do the job and it takes you 2 hours, you're losing money. And a lot of shops that I know of, if you repair something as a mechanic and you get flat rate, if that unit comes back, it's on that mechanic. That mechanic is working for free to fix what the problem was. So I thought I'd share a little bit with you what I do when I'm not here. You know, that keeps me busy. I'm not just sitting around doing nothing. So let's go to the video. So when I'm not at the shop working on small engine and tractor stuff, or doing secretarial or doing owner stuff, this is the other side that you guys don't see, and that is I have 57 head of red and black Angus, and they need food for the winter. So we end up doing 6 farms. Hang on it. We do dry hay and we do wrapped. But this girl here that I'm in, let me step out. Oh, this is my Deutz. It's a DX7085. She's a little powerhouse. Took the doors off so they wouldn't get broke. There's no AC in there. And this is Frontier DM5070. This is what we do the mowing with. My son is helping through the me as well. So he's running the John Deere 2640, and that's got a 8'9" coon mower on it. But these are all discs. So they have blades, and when you hit something with those blades, you can just simply, I carry an impact in my tractor and I carry spare blades, just put a screwdriver underneath that nut, back it out, throw the blade away, put a new one in, and off you go again. But we just finished this meadow. I'd say it's probably around 18 acres. This will be ready to bale tomorrow. If I wanted to wrap it, I probably could bale it this afternoon. But I'm thinking that as light hay as this is, I'll just come in here tomorrow with a big rake and use a big baler to put up 5x5s. Instead of bringing the, well, I could actually bring both tractors with balers, because I have the small baler that does 4x4s for wrapped, and I got this girl
the John Deere 530. The smaller one is a 335 John Deere. My big one is a 530 John Deere, and that'll do up to 5x5 bales, where my 335 will do is 4x4s. And it's simply 4 foot by 4 foot and 5 foot by 5 foot. You guys might enjoy just seeing a little different side of me when I'm not in the shop.
So on that note, guys, you guys have a great Monday. Hope you enjoyed watching a little bit of what I do on the side with the farm and the cows. I've got, like I say, quite a few head. And we'll catch you tomorrow morning, Tuesday morning. Thanks for watching.